Gun Bros is a top-down twin-stick shooter mobile game created by Glu Mobile. It was released for the Apple iPod Touch, iPhone, and iPad on October 28th of 2010. It was then ported to Android and Windows phones. I remember having fond memories with this game when I was younger. I would literally sprint home after school just to play. If you didn't know, Glu Mobile was an absolute powerhouse back in the early 2010s. They released a bunch of free-to-play or freemium games such as the Frontline Commando series, the Contract Killer series, and the Blood and Glory duology, all of which were amazing games, especially considering the fact that you play these on a small, dinky iPhone. If you look at the Play Store, Glu Mobile seems to be a far cry from what it used to be. It may be because EA bought Glu for an estimate of $2.4 billion, and in classic EA fashion, almost all of Glu Mobile's games were removed from the Play Store in 2024 due to unappealing profit margins. EA eventually announced a layoff of Glu Mobile's employees on the deleted games. But Gun Bros was actually removed for different reasons. Lack of developer support. Gun Bros was a 32-bit game, which was fine at the time because phones supported it. Modern chipsets literally cannot read 32-bit instructions. In 2017, Apple completely dropped all support for 32-bit applications with iOS 11. In 2019, Google Play mandated all apps to be 64-bit. Along with a dozen other factors, the original Gun Bros was removed between 2014 and 2015, while its sequel, Gun Bros 2, was removed in 2019. But through emulation, we can play these games in 2026. So let's see why everyone played Gun Bros. Unfortunately, I cannot play the first Gun Bros since it was reliant on an external server, which is now long gone. Luckily, we can still play Gun Bros 2, which I think is a better game with upgraded graphics and more content. Upon booting the game, we are greeted with an amazing cinematic trailer. It took a while to load into the main screen because the game still tries to connect to its server. Loading in, we get to pick between two characters, Percy Gun or Francis Gun. I pick Francis and immediately load into a level alongside our bot bro. Gun Bro. We have very simple controls, left joystick to move and right joystick to aim and shoot. Enemies come in through waves in this pretty spacious map. It even has elevated terrain and jump pads. I'm super surprised by how decent the game looks and how smooth it is, especially considering the fact that this was made in the early 2010s for not very powerful phones. After completing the level, our guys celebrate by screaming at the top of their lungs. I love when devs add small things like this because it makes the game have character. We get some XP and level up, and this game seems to have a gacha crate system. Crates drop varying tiers of armor and mods. You can tell that this game was made for the small phones back in the day with how huge this UI is. The game's currency, called Explodium, can be used to buy new guns. This game offers a wide range of guns which can be upgraded with Glu credits. Each gun can have mods which basically gives you special abilities. There are also dozens of armor sets to complete. When I was about 9 or 10 years old, I distinctly remember trying to buy Glu credits from the shop. I thought I glitched the game because I would be able to get thousands of Glu credits from the shop, which made me progress through the game super easy. I tried recreating the glitch today, but to no success. And the more I try, the more I realize that I may have just charged my mom's credit card hundreds of dollars back in 2012. Anyways, we hop into the next level where we fight our first special enemy, a huge roided out monster with a gun for a hand. Together with Percy, we make short work of the guy. We use the money we saved up to get new gear, and with our new armor and mods, we head to the next level feeling confident. I'm surprised that the special enemies can actually use the jump pads. The way they just hop up on your screen kind of feels like a jump scare. This guy literally jumped my boy Percy, but we still pulled through. We finally reached our first boss level, a huge monster with turrets on its back. It charges and swats us off like bugs. It stops to shoot multiple rockets, which explode upon contact. The minions it spawns are literally annoying, but with the jump pads, it was easy to move around. I have no idea what Percy was doing here since he literally got himself killed. I was able to pull through on my own by using the crystals to block the boss's shots, and my mods are able to finish him off. Defeating the boss means completing this chapter of the game. This unlocked an entirely new map with different missions. I also noticed that we can actually swap our bot brother, but it requires connecting to Facebook or GameSpy. This means you can complete levels with real people through multiplayer, but you know, those servers are gone. So hopping into the new chapter, the new map seems seems to be a factory for this green sludge, which looks really cool. We can even see monsters being grown in the background. Interestingly, the game also introduces a new mechanic called red and blue barriers. We basically just need to choose which of our guns break red or blue shields. Enemies can spawn in with either a blue circle or a red circle on them, and you just need to use the correct gun to break their shield. Using the wrong gun makes them harder to kill. For such a simple gameplay loop, the game really forces you to reposition, manage mod timers, and correctly select guns, especially when huge waves come at you. You slow down significantly when shooting, which makes it easier for the enemies to surround you. After completing a few more levels, we meet this chapter's boss, which is a giant slug with mechanical crab legs. His range attacks and quick movement are super annoying, and we also have to dodge the glowing parts of the map because rockets come down to obliterate those areas. It literally took me 3 tries to beat this boss, only winning after I bought a new gun. Our bot brother is literally not helping at all. The next chapter again puts us in a new map with lots of lava. It actually is bigger than the last map, with lots of areas where we can be cornered. With new enemies that shoot multiple projectiles, move extremely fast, and fly, this was a challenge. But at the same time, it's actually really addicting. This chapter's boss is literally the colossal titan from Attack on Titan. He emerges from the lava and we have to dodge all of his attacks while shooting him down. This was the boss I remembered so fondly because of its silly animations every time I damage him. Just look at him spinning around after he burns his tongue. So goofy. He was also pretty easy to take down, and Percy surprisingly survived this mission. After beating this chapter, I tried out the endless mode. It's really nothing too special. You can pick any of the maps you beat in the main chapters. The game really spawns in a lot of enemies, even on the first wave. So it's actually pretty fun. It also gives you a bunch of explodium. So this is probably how you can farm money for your next guns and upgrades. With that, I finally remembered why I and everyone else loved this game so much. You can literally get amazing gameplay on your small dinky iPhone. It had an amazing progression system and a lot of armor to collect. It also had multiplayer, so it made it a lot more social. The series didn't really have a direct competitor aside from maybe the SAS series, which is probably why they made 2 of these gems. And overall, it is a fun game, and who knows, maybe in the future Glu Mobile will bring it back.